it's clear to anyone, frankly, clear to a lot of people. You said people aren't talking about this. Thanks to you and thanks to independent media, people are talking about this. I think people are waking up. The mainstream media that's paid for 60% by Pharma isn't talking about this, but everyone else is. And I think you have to agree this, and I think anyone thinking about this has to agree, this is the biggest issue in the country. It's an existential issue, not only from a moral perspective and human capital perspective, where we have a generation right now of young people who are going to be diabetic and frankly infertile. Our literal reproductive systems are shutting down almost just an alarming, almost genocidal rate. It's also an economic catastrophe because you're signing a check for that kid who has metabolic dysfunction to just explode costs with the healthcare system when you could take them off of the rolls. The only way we're going to curb healthcare costs is for people to be healthier. We talk like we're like more access and more drugs, and we're going to drug our way out of the problem. That hasn't worked. We have to get kids healthier. I mean, my pitch, Robert, and what we've been working on is how to operationalize your ideas. And I think there is an opportunity for the next president to have bold executive orders. I think this is worthy of a state of emergency, quite frankly. I think if there's one state of emergency much more important than the COVID, it's what's happening to children's health. It is the definition of an emergency. And I think if there's one issue to take bold, decisive action on, it's that.
I will declare a state of emergency when I get in there. And because we need to act dramatically to make sure that this, that this is over. It's costing us $4.3 trillion a year. That's bankrupting us. We're destroying our country. It's existential, as you said. When my uncle was president, 6% of the GDP went to healthcare. Today, it's 22%. And it's almost 3 times our military budget. And we're the sickest country in the world. So, all these huge expenditures are just making us sicker and sicker and sicker because we're spending it on the wrong thing. We're spending it on the pills and the potions and the powders, and rather than on actually getting people healthy, building their immune systems. And we, as I said, we have the highest death rate by far of any country from COVID, and nobody's answering that question. People are getting awards. Fauci got $1 million award for managing it. And, it literally was the worst record of any health ministers, health regulators on earth. Oh, and no, it's weird that nobody is talking about it.